Hi everybody. Now, I've always thought the castle locations in DayZ on Chernarus were really cool. I mean, we're all familiar with places like Devil's Castle, aren't we? And Krona Castle in the west. But there's lots of other little ones, and some of them are just really ruins. They don't have a central keep dotted around the map. And often they'll have zombies spawn at them and a few little things. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool if these were the place that the infected mummies spawn at? You know, the ones that we had for the Halloween event, the really ones that are difficult to kill, the ones that glow during the night. So what I've done is I've knocked up some XML code snippets that you can use to do just that. So this works with PC and Xbox and PlayStation, and it will spawn in this fella and this fella. Well, it's the same fella. That's what he looks like at night in various locations around the map. Here we go. So I think these are all the castles and castle ruins on Chernarus. I may well have missed some. I was going around in the I Survive map looking for the castle icon, and it was quite difficult. Some of them have 2 zombies at them, or 2 mummies. And now remember, these are really difficult to kill, these infected. They take a lot of bullets, so you need to make sure you tell your people on your server that these things are out there. Otherwise they're going to have a bit of a shock when they go to Devil's Castle, or they go across to Skiliski Island. They come across these infected that are very, very difficult to kill. And also remember, at these places there will be other normal infected zombies as well, and if you're really unlucky, you get attacked by wolves and a bear at the same time. So what do you got to do? So all you need to do is jump on over to my GitHub repository. I'll put a link in the description below the video, and if you want, you can click on the code button, download the zip, and that will give you everything. But basically there's a picture of a DayZ castle, what the mummies look like during the day, what they look like at night, and where they are. But the real meat is in the readme.txt, because this is one of those XML snippets where you just need to insert entries into your existing XML code. So if you read through the instructions, basically the first part is inserting the type for the mummy into your types.xml. So on your server, you just go into the web interface, you go into the file browser, you go into the missions folder, so PS missions or XB missions or just missions on PC. This is only for Chernarus, I haven't done one for Livonia. And then if you go into the DB directory and then go into the types.xml, like so, this is where you would insert the first section, which is where were we? Let's move that across there, which is the mummies at castle. So you would kind of go dunk, so you could copy that, go to the top, make a bit of space, Control V it in, and then you could save that and then move off. And then the next one is, he says, looking down into your events XML. Now what you would normally do is you would normally save that, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to put the mummies on this particular server. But then we would go into events.xml, and then we would just make a little bit of space at the top, and then we would copy and paste all of that into there, and then we would save that. And then the next one is CFG spawnable types. So if we go to the root directory of the mission folder and just open up CFG spawnable types like so, what you could do is right at the beginning, actually, you could put some space like so. So I'm thinking whether you're better off putting it down. There, yep. And then you could insert the CFG spawnable types. The CFG spawnable types, that's the one that tells the game what the mummies should spawn with when they die, or should have on them. So that would go in there. And then we've got zombie territories we're going to do next. So again, we would go down, we would save that. Then if we go to the root directory of the mission, and then go into the env folder, you would go into the zombie territories.xml, let that load up. We'd copy this, and you would make a little bit of space at the top, and you would paste that in, and then you would save that, and then restart your server, and those infected zombie mummies would start spawning in at the castles. But again, remember, they are very, very difficult to kill. Just an interesting thing at the end, actually. Just if you're new to modding, you may think, well, what about the CFG event spawns? Well, with things like animals and zombies, their event spawn location is controlled in their territories file, not in the CFG event spawns file. So yeah, there's a little bit of extra modding knowledge. So there we go. Hopefully you find that useful. Remember, the link to my GitHub repository is in the description below this video. It's a super easy mod to do. Add a little bit of excitement. One of the things you may want to do, though, is I kind of thought it's always nice to have a risk-reward system, isn't it, on your servers? So maybe you should create some custom JSONs that have some more high-value gear near these zombies. Or I guess the other thing you could do, if you wanted to sort of really be, you could do it so that zombie mummies always spawn, say, with tetracycline in their inventory. You know, so you gave it a chance of 1 and 1 for those, and maybe that could be like the only place where you could get antibiotics is by killing one of these infected zombies. I don't know, maybe that's a bit vicious, but again, it's the idea of just giving players a little reward for taking out one of these zombies, because they're going to have to use a lot of bullets to kill them. But anyway, what do you think? Put your question in the comments down below, and I will of course see you again soon.